10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Vanilla Major 2016. I'm Toby1 here with Wagamama.
Happy to be here again as we go into game 2.
You're such a noodle.
So what happened here? Kaipi winning against No Diggity.
I know.
So
First game lost.
they have broken the 0 here. No Diggity. They need to somehow reshape, because that was an 18-minute defeat.
And that it was like it wasn't even just one of those, you know what? We'll slowly work our way and then it'll be like it'll all disappear. It was you got drilled.
Yeah.
You got drilled so hard.
Definitely. And it's just so many things that worked out great because of the drow, and they couldn't punish the drow in her lane either.
Yeah.
Because the Windrunner was winning mid against Venomancer due to the damage. The Enigma was doing so much because the Eidolons got so much extra damage. I mean, we were seeing that kill on Syndron on bottom. Every single little Eidolon got plus 29. It's just brutal. And yeah, I think they have a good idea though, drafting against No Diggity, picking the Void first. That's definitely a key hero.
And now we see, because okay, I'm gonna tell you a story right now.
I'm all ears.
Of the Mouse Sports boot camp before TI happened.
Joined
Syndron, they actually did in the JD offices. And what Syndron did was basically, here's a whiteboard. Here's 3 heroes you're going to work on. That's it. And then they just played games.
Yeah.
Well, with the synergy work here and there. I don't know if it's evolved since that point, but you look at someone like Kaizu, who always came under fire. Like he was under fire, like General was under fire. It's like, oh, he only plays Bat Rider. He's crap at everything else. But No Diggity obviously had to be aware that coming into this qualifier, it could just, like, his heroes could be banned out. So you had to plan for something. You have to have some level of depth to this. Like, I know we were joking about before, like Syndron, he plays like Bane or he plays VS. Or he plays Bane and plays VS.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much chopping and changing you can do to this.
Well,
to make it work.
No Diggity is one of the ultimate teams when it comes to only having a few heroes and building different stuff with only these limited little hero pool. And it can work quite far. And I think you don't need to be able to play 20 different heroes on your position expertly. And I'm not trying to say as well, for anyone watching, that, you know, Kaizu only plays Void and he only plays Nature's Prophet. He does spam a ton of Lone Raids, and I've played against him in pubs, and he does exclusively practice his heroes. So I think you're right. It's still probably the same thing, like, you know, focus on a few. And I'm behind Syndron in that. That's a good mentality. But at some points, I just look at that last game and go, Kaizu was not the initiator for your team, and they've needed that a lot. When he plays on his Beastmaster, when he plays on his Void, when he plays on his Nature's Prophet, he always sets up the fights for his team. And you cannot do this. And last game was just a complete flop in the laning phase.
How much are you waiting for No Diggity to actually draw Kaipi right now?
They just take their picks and go with it.
Yeah, well, it's actually even stronger because you're running it with a VS. So, your lacquering ore is on, and then you give like that you can give Ira his old signature hero. So you run like a safe lane Kaizu draw Ranger.
Sure.
Just fucking with everything right now. And you run a dual off lane with Luna VS.
So we throw Syndron's whiteboard out the window.
Yeah,
that's okay.
You basically bring back the classic Fnatic draft.
Right.
It wasn't with the Draw Ranger doing that, and this is the worst idea ever to never do this in a pub. But it's just one of those things where like, you know what? That actually in a way could work. And then Enigma goes into Radiant Jungle and you force down buildings really early on.
Right. Well,
like I said, I don't want to see Qualifier playing the. I still wish he had the Invoker. I think with his Invoker, they could have actually controlled a lot more than they did in the last game.
With Qualiquier's Invoker, you could probably control the world. He plays it very well. And I just have to pause here for a second and look at this, because Kaipi just second-picked Tinker after I Faceless Void. Sure, Faceless Void sets up nicely and stuff, but Tinker this early? It's weird to me.
The synergy is odd.
It's not even about the two heroes, it's just revealing a Tinker pick very early allows the enemy team to prepare for it. And I already think they have two heroes that deal with it nicely. You can't really hide in trees because Wave of Terror, you have the Midnight Pulse, they can cut the trees. So I just want to see Kaipi, what are you thinking here? What are you doing?
I'm not certain. And if no Diggity want to do it too, they actually banned the
Radiant
Venomancer
team
themselves.
Wow.
All right. Era could go into something like a Spectre. Very, very easy to catch out the Tinker. Not always easy to keep up with the Tinker, obviously, once he gets the Blink Dagger up and running.
That's true.
You can actually bring back a...
10
Actually, was there ever a
seconds
Qualifier here,
remaining.
the Storm Spirit?
Qualifier played Storm. Yeah, he definitely did.
Dire team
He's
pick.
actually very strong at that hero as well. I mean, Qualifier he's a monstrous hero players on a lot of heroes, but he did play quite a bunch of Storm. But I don't know. I haven't seen Storm being used in this qualifier at all, which saddens me a
10
bit. I think
seconds
after the
remaining.
Bloodstone buff, he's definitely viable. I just don't love Storm against
5
Faceless Void.
seconds remaining.
It's, you know, you run into that wall and
It was...
cannot jump out of it.
Was it me casting with you, or was it me casting with... I might have actually casted with Bullets, and we talked about the Tinker. He actually said, like, Tinker is actually so much more viable because of the changes to Bloodstone. He's one of these heroes which really makes the most out of the regeneration.
He does, yeah. He can very actively. I mean, he always has that mana regen going, where some heroes do not make 100% use of it.
10 seconds
Riam still works on
remaining.
Bloodstone, right?
Riam does work on Bloodstone, so you can suicide again, yes.
Yeah.
That's
5
true.
seconds.
Because that was the original thing that happened on the Tinker when the first Bloodstones were picked up. Was like, was it it was Fnatic, right? It was Fnatic Southeast Asia.
Yeah, it was also just, you know, the old Excalibur days with that Fnatic. A different instance
Yeah.
previous to Southeast Asia Fnatic. And Excalibur, shout out to him. He's one of the biggest monster Tinker players that I can think of. But I do not like seeing Faceless Void and Tinker. I definitely get triggered because that was a patch that I did not appreciate. But here we go, seeing a Witch Doctor and a Nature's Prophet.
You know, in this kind of game, like what I'd love to see is even more deep push, because Master Machines will do a lot against the conversions.
Sure.
As well as Nature's Prophet. But getting something like a Keeper of the Light back into the pool.
Or Lina, you know, Witch Doctor Lina could work too.
Yeah, I should drown him.
Yeah,
No,
they're
actually
doing
drown
it. Cinder is like, that's a good raft. Don't mind if I take it. It's on the whiteboard now.
Okay. Level 1 Roshan.
It's so bad though now.
No.
You don't even get level 2.
No.
10 seconds remaining.
Get this. This is the reason why the reason why it works.
All ears.
5 seconds
Because you can make
remaining.
conversions of the Nature's Prophet trinkets really early on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Dire
disgusting.
team back.
Oh, Bambo
Oh
Brute.
god.
Bambo plays an evil brute as well.
Oh god. So you take level 1 Roshan so you can take Aegis and win the game in 10 minutes because you've lost it in 15.
What a strat,
10
Toby.
seconds remaining.
That sounds just like what I expected actually.
This,
All right.
This may actually be like a... Oh god. What do you even do here? Like, it's Iridro.
Reserve time.
You give Qualifier, Nature's Prophet maybe mid, and then get something like a Night Stalker for Keizu?
You could still get a Qualifier hero last and let Kezu play Nature's Prophet. He handles it really well, but it's just a matter of...
You need something that's going to catch the Brood, or deal with the Brood, and Dro does not, VS does not, Enigma does not.
No, I think actually Drow and VS on safe lane and then just TP in a Nature's Prophet with a Dust could definitely set up, that could
Your
work.
vision game is going to be fully reliant on that Sprout,
Yeah,
and then being
Wave
in
of
range
Terror.
for stuns.
Radiant
Wave of
team
Terror is
back.
great against Brood as well, because it deals damage, so Brood can't actually walk through trees after that. So it's a great way to catch her if she's sitting in the
True.
tree line.
Very true.
It breaks her spin web ability. And Winter Wyvern being banned out here. Alright.
Radiant
And
team
Axe
pick.
getting removed as well. Well, that's a good ban if you ever play Broodmother. You don't really want to have Axe on the enemy team. It's going to be a very sad day.
Can you get away with running as event safe lane, just maxing up cleave?
As no Diggity?
Yeah.
You
10
could,
seconds
but
remaining.
it's kind of gimmicky here. Because then you leave your Drow hanging
5
quite a bit.
seconds remaining.
Yeah,
'Cause the
you'd
Brood
have to
takes
get
so much
pushed right to
attention.
mid, like if you do that.
Yeah, Brood takes so much
Reserve
attention, you can't
time.
really go towards the mid lane with your supports that easily.
So
And,
maybe you just do like something like a puck, like you
Dire
get that
team
controller, you get the initiation over on the Broodmother.
Sure.
And Puck obviously actually even has kill potential with the Dro Ranger and the Prophet.
Yeah.
Dro Aura and then Prophet TP in.
And you get a little bit easier laning as well for the puck with the Drow Aura, so yeah, sure.
10
It could
seconds remaining.
work here. I'm actually not sure. I'm not very happy with how no Diggity drafted this
5 seconds
compared to
remaining.
Kaipi. Kaipi has a very wild draft, but the Broodmother is going to make it able to pressure a ton.
Reserve
The
time.
Carry Void is going to be great against the Drow Ranger because jumping in and closing the distance is how you want to play it. And against 4 range heroes, Void is
10
pretty good.
seconds remaining.
He does make good work with that. And
Ooh.
oh, it's a DK mid. I like it.
Not actually. That's
Oh.
a DK safe. We're running out TZ style draw, aka without the deaths.
Right. Sure. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Unless they somehow want to switch up the lanes, but I doubt they will do it. I actually think it's going to be a DK safe here.
Yeah, putting Drow against the Broodmother just seems like it's one of those like really difficult things.
I don't know.
And
it can be
and
done.
DK's a hero which like he's a melee with spray, so he can get rid of brood spiderlings if he wants to, but he also can make the most of the Drow aura when he goes into dragon form.
I just
So,
don't.
all
I
five
just
get
don't
the buff.
like an underlevel DK at all. So that's the downside. I don't think I like the idea of him being safe lane, but
10
he could
seconds
lane
remaining.
against Brood.
Do you really have another choice though? Like who else is going to lane against brood and
I
stop
think
the
if
push?
you're
seconds
confident in
remaining.
your rotations on Cinderin and Yapsor, and Yapsor plays a really good Enigma, I think with the Furin as well, you can definitely run a safe lane Drow here. And yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a pause as Yapsor's internet is, being Yapsor.
It's crap.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Yapsor's not crap, just his internet.
Yeah.
So put that one out there. I actually love Yapsor.
Yeah, he's cool.
I played a couple of games with him. He's a larrikin.
Yeah, he's a character. I played a ton of games with him as well, and against him in pubs as well. He's good fun.
Yeah. Never
Man.
take things too seriously.
No,
knows how to tilt blitz. Yeah, it's a good skill.
well, tilting blitz it's not that hard actually. It's just make fun of him a little bit, say they should play Store Spirit, and he's scared to play it.
I see. It's difficult to do that with him now, because Storm with the changes becomes a little bit more viable. You could trigger him a little bit by saying, "Hey, the Storm Spirit really wasn't great that patch before," but also at the same time you can't really win a Dota argument with Blitz. He knows too much. He's too strong.
I just say that he's scared. He says that no, it's not that good, and I'm like, dude, I played tons of Storm, worked for me, and he's just like, no, I can't do it, and he loses.
You should teach him your Meepo.
Oh, Meepo. I haven't played Meepo since the +4 damage, but it is actually quite a big change. 4 extra damage. It may sound like a small thing in Dota, but especially when you have multiple clones getting that buff as well, it just makes your lane really, really improved. At level 3 you have good kill potential now, and your last hitting is gonna be so much easier. So maybe I will play a little bit of Meepo. I just don't love the idea of being dead forever, which is really Meepo's weakness. You get so much levels, and if you get picked off once, you're like, oh, I'm dead for 90 seconds, while the guy I died for is dead 40 seconds, despite him being a carry.
How to live longer, or die, or be dead less?
Be dead less.
Buy techies.
Buy techies.
Oh, buy techies. Play techies.
Yes, that's true. I mean, techies with Bloodstone, and then you suicide people. That's good fun.
Yeah.
Instant respawn at level 25.
Yeah.
Easily.
That stuff's good. Maybe not Bloodstone.
Oh, it's great, man.
It's really not Bloodstone at all.
It's wonderful, especially if you have a good game, man.
My build for techies is it's obviously is Tranquil Soul.
Mm-hmm.
I normally get the Sage's Mask with the Yule Scepter, but don't complete the Yule Scepter. Go into Aghanim Scepter, complete the Yule Scepter, then get Octarine.
Sweet.
That's my combo.
I don't hate it. I played like 200 techie games, and I've spammed it a lot in like ranked and stuff, and people hate me for picking it whenever I do. But after TF5, you got so many nerfs. But then I looked at this. There's an American guy. I can't remember his name. He's a techie spammer, and he's like 5.8k or something there in MMR. He's good at techies, and he plays offlane techies exclusively, and he goes for a double null talisman. I tried doing this a little bit.
Really?
It's actually really strong. Yeah.
Double nulls? Why double nulls?
Because then you can actually fight, you have some damage on your right click, and you can actually last hit. It's kind of sweet. Instead of going for the immediate soul ring or immediate mana boot that I used to, this build gives you such a big mana pool that you just plant a lot of mines, and when you run out of mana, you just suicide someone, kill that guy.
So what do you start with? Like you start with like
Oh no. Entangles.
Just a straight null and tango.
Yeah,
and-
or even null and clarities if you feel that you're not gonna.
But you have
care
to
about
play
your
like
life.
solo offlane, right, to make that work?
No, dual offlane works. There's a few heroes that are really good for you. Like there's Pudge, there's Darkseer, there's and there's the Tusk. But Tusk is not so good anymore. Darkseer's Surge is actually the biggest thing. Actually, I stack techies every now and then with Levcon Pudge. You know, famous Pudge player.
Yep.
Better than Dendy. It's crazy. Okay, the TP out here immediately from Synderen. Wants to get that ward down.
Yeah, this time they're not slow on the jump out. Like Kaipi, like game number 1, it was wards out. Like we see everything before it happens.
Dude, I mean, ever since this 50 gold TP scroll, all the supports are like, I'm swimming in money, I'm gonna TP out every time. It really changed a lot. And the wards being slightly cheaper as well, 10 gold less for Observer Ward, really affected a lot.
Bambo is coming to the lane. The Dire Observer Ward is now going to scout him out. The other 4 heroes, however, smoke behind.
Oh.
Now, this is a little odd. You got some nice control, but I don't know if their damage is really up to par.
It's not great actually, but if they get a good cask off, they can always kill. And if they get a good wraparound on Era, like if they come up behind him here, go all the way around, that could work.
Note to the fact that
Oh.
they're switching up their lanes, but
They
we'll talk
do
about this in a moment.
unsmoke, they know, they want to go around, they see him,
Era.
he hasn't seen them.
He still feels like something is wrong.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now, they get
Oh.
their first glimpse. He'll get back to the tier 1 tower safely. Synderen's nearby. But yeah, notice who's playing what. Sing Sing's playing number 1 position in this game.
Yeah.
Bone 7's going to be playing the mid tinker. Unless he's... Wait. Bambo is going to run a safe lane Brood.
Yeah, they're switching the lanes, because they notice the enemy are not doing standard lanes.
Okay, so Sing plays off lane with Witch Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And come with me. So it's an aggro tri lane with Bone 7 in the mid.
Yep. I mean, this makes a lot of sense because, like, Sing Sing never liked to play Tinker. He really never did. And, I mean, he hated Meepo for a long time as well, then he spammed a lot of Meepo games and got good at it.
Didn't you make him play Tinker?
I would never.
Yeah, Cupid Red Pandas.
No. No. We didn't play much Tinker. We made him play Kunkka, dude. He was so happy. We let him have fun.
That's true. He actually
Then we lost.
enjoyed Kunkka. Yeah, you lost every game. Should
Yeah.
have made him play Tinker.
Yeah, maybe. Should have made him play like Viper and Razor, the mid's favorite. Good fun.
Gotta watch the CS battle as well for the Drow Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not gonna be anywhere near as easy as like Kaipi Stro that was played on the top lane. But right now you got 1 deny to your name.
I mean, Tinker has pretty good base damage. Even though Drow hits really hard, he can definitely get denied by the Tinker. And the laser plays a big part as well. It's a very cheap nuke. You cannot do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that nice laser.
At the same time though, after you trigger the laser, Qualifier can go like to town on his ass. All he's gonna do is just keep those frost arrows going, but
He's taking the trade. He's not too scared, but
Qualifier's not
actually,
bringing a salve out. He's just gonna have to like Happy Tree Tango it.
but Bone 7 lost a lot of HP and he has no regen. Like, he's gonna sling out a second salve? Yeah, he will.
Well, that's not exactly what you want to have happen on a Tinker. You want to get that bottle as well as BTs up as early as possible.
Yeah, and I like this. Qualifier dealing a ton of damage here. You know, it was actually a big buff to Tinker that miss is now calculated on hit instead of when you when you fire the projectile. That means he can laser when the attack is mid-air and make it miss. It's a big buff for laning phase.
Yeah.
Also a great way to save couriers now, because if you ever have a ranged attack flying to it, just bring it high ground. Bring it 1 step higher and, you know, attack might miss.
They're switching already. Kaipi are rotating out. Either they're not happy with what they've got from the lanes, or they're looking for a kill, but Era, he knows what's coming his
sees
way.
them.
The Observer Ward's already there.
Yeah. This leaves Sing solo on the offlane. I mean, he has a Void, so he's gonna be just fine soloing there. But, yeah, they didn't feel like they were getting enough done on top, and they're pretty right. Yepso is farming a ton, especially as they have, you know, not been able to go in there and punish him.
A completely uncontested jungle. The supports from Kaipi already forced their safe lane.
Mm-hmm.
And your top lane is still pretty damn good for an Aegis Prophet. Like, Sing Sing is able to take out a lot of the damage, but once Kaizu gets those phase boots up and running,
Yes.
it's the worst thing in the world for a Faceless Void.
Yeah.
Because you're never 100% certain when you're going to time walk away.
Exactly. Until you get like level 7, and that's a long way away. So it's definitely gonna be a hard lane when the face boots are up. And that's not just a face boots Furion. That's a face boots and Drow Aura Furion. It just makes the difference.
It still is kind of like crazy as well. Like, we have to keep this in mind. Once the aura starts stacking up, once you get like all of this damage being applied in the lane, like even Yamso's jungle is like the speed is increased. I'm not gonna say by much because like mid lane, Bone 7, Prophet TP's in, and that's gonna be first blood.
Yep.
The miss actually came from Coit, but he would have had first blood there, but Keizu's attack was still in midair. Synderen, trouble on bottom lane, he's going to go down, paralyzing cast bounce over. Era body block!
Oh, they're trying.
Okay, they're actually keeping him so close.
Yeah, but that's such a tanky hero. It's a nice, cute little play there, but they do get 1 kill out of it, so still fine. But that first blood for Nature's Prophet is the bigger thing. He's gonna actually walk to base, even though he has the TP scroll ready, as he just wants to keep his little momentum here. And come with me, trying for something on the mid lane, just waiting here. Of course, Pokebat did back to heal up. The double Wraith Band builds, nothing out of the ordinary on the Drow.
Yeah. Maybe not as okay, Era, that's a lot of damage. But at least he gets a lot of money back. Yeah, I think he just doubled his CS with that 1 breeze 5, and now the paralyzing cast gonna bounce over, doesn't come back to Era. Still underneath the tower, Yamsor with the stun. Era's gonna survive. They try and, well, okay, they can't do jack. Enigma's gonna get him get a kill.
Yep, and actually a kill on mid as well, as come with me, his patience did pay off. Very nice by him, just sitting there on mid until he finally scores this kill. And yeah, that was really Dragon Knight just being Dragon Knight, so tanky. Dragon Bloods, on level 1, 3 HP regen, 3 armor. It's a very real thing. And top CS right now is the Faceless Void, as Nature's Prophet left the lane for a while, going for the gank on mid there. He did fall behind a little bit in CS, and Sing Sing getting level 6 very soon.
Yeah.
And he has a smoke from Rubik again, now to top lane. Oh, they're gonna go right now.
Well, Kaipi gets the pick. Sing drop him down. No CP support's coming, so they don't even need anything else. Kaizu.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get 1 Wrath of Nature off, get a little bit of CS after death, that's all.
That's some skilled Void play. I like it. Just bash immediately. Don't need to use ulti.
They want to go again on bottom. Like, Bambo's got a good army of spiders here, so Era initiated on Synderen, gonna get the stun on Bambo, but it's not gonna stop the spiders from moving forward, and with a spawn spider link into him, the basic attacks, they can dive under the tower again just because of the mass army of spiders. So get 1 and they'll move for Synderen as well. The Maledict is on him, so Synderen's sticking down to the army of spiders. Bambo locked inside the tree, so he'll lose his life with this
the courier!
And the courier! Okay, they're actually getting way too much out of this, Kaipi.
Yep.
Even if Bascari dies,
Body
it's
blocks
still
on
taking so
Kezu.
much. Wait, bull, what is this?
Bambo.
He's got phase boost off cooldown now though,
Yeah.
so he'll run through. But Yamsor's gonna finish the job, no denial to Ancients.
Yeah. He can't really get it there. Very hard, but still massive play. Even though they both die in the end, getting the courier kill there and all these, you know, killing the Dragon Knight, killing the Vengeful. Actually, they were super unlucky when they went on a Dragon Knight, because the bounce did not hit the Dragon Knight once. It went to a creep twice. That was just really unfortunate. So the fact that they still brought him down was impressive.
Got movement from Synderen as well as Yamsor. Yamsor's got enough mana to get the ulti off the black hole if he ends up using that soul ring of his. Actually, he's already gone up enough now. But Sing's having, like, what is this?
All the free farm in the world.
Yeah, and is he actually going to go... obviously he's going to go for your Vanguard build. The jump ball on Kaipi. Come with me. It's going to give, like, massive props to Kaipi. Oh, wait, okay, yeah, Chrono. That'll work.
I mean, he's been holding on to it for so long, and this time he's like, okay, you forced me to use it this time. But still, that's a dead Furion again. They are putting a lot of pressure on bottom, but they probably will get this tower. I don't really see how they're going to defend this. Not really a big enough spider army. Okay, Rubik coming in.
Yeah, bring in help, bring in Fey Bolts.
Need to get on the supports. You can't go on the Dragon Knight here.
Paralyzing Cask is going to go to Yamsor. Maledict, not going to be used, but with a pickup by Come With Me, he just gets stunned and brought down. Okay. Life is not the easiest in the world. Looks like also VS. Bambo picks up a double kill. Era running around.
Oh, Bamboo on
but
the hunt.
He's got nowhere to go apart from basically his own death. Masakari's staying with him, and yep, Era's going to go down in the tree lines. They make sure the Bamboo gets a full triple kill, which is going to skyrocket the speed of this Orchid.
Yeah, he's gonna get it so fast now after that, and they did defend the tower with quite a bit of HP. Mid now being pressured, but Kezu had to run all the way towards mid after TPing him bottom. His good laning phase and the first blood did not matter at all. He's not struggling. They are getting a lot of damage on the tower, and it's gonna go down before anyone gets there.
The upside of Dro.
Oh, Sing Sing, thank you very much. He is going for it. You know, I really wanted this. Makes me happy.
The Vanguard build over on Sing.
Dude, so many people buying Vladimir's and Mask of Madness.
It's actually really good for him to get the Radiance in this game as well.
Yeah.
Like, go for the full combination.
Against Eidolons, against the Nature's Prophets, and yeah, just in general.
Everything is nice. And normally a Dro Ranger doesn't want to have to build into something like a Monkey King bar.
You know, Toby, you've been such an opponent to my Vanguard Radiance builds, but here, you're accepting it?
I wasn't an opponent.
Oh, you definitely were.
I was not an opponent.
No, you were more of a nemesis.
Because I was hearing it's like, oh, off-lane faces Void, picks up this.
No, not offlane. But, you know, he's an offlane carry in this game.
Break, where's Dust? They get the Dust off, Bamboo. Stunned up, nice movement from No Diggity, and yep, the Black Hole holds Bamboo in position.
All the spiders die as well. No one can tell the tale of what happened here.
It's good that Era is also the one to get the kill.
Yeah, it really is. He needs to get some of this gold.
Meanwhile, top lane.
Yeah, but this is going to be the first tower that Kaipi claim. They're not really putting too much tower damage in.
They have, like, you be aware that you're up against an Enigma and a Nature's Prophet. Just that alone will be enough to say you're going to lose out in the tower trade.
Yeah.
But then you had to throw a Ranger on top of that, and a Dragon Knight, who I have not seen actually pop Dragon form yet.
Yeah, he hasn't, actually. He's holding on to it.
There goes Roshan.
Pinging for the Roche. 9
Wait,
minutes.
was that Diggity pinging, or was that actually
Diggity.
Kaipi working
That
it out?
was Diggity.
Now Kaipi are pinging it.
Yeah.
They have an observer ward, which is just down on the bottom river.
Yeah, it just gave them enough vision, and the web has gone down over Roche Pit. Spiders are flying in.
No Diggity using the same ward as they had before. It's a very defensive one, difficult to quickly deward.
Yeah, it is. Just gonna mess with them a little bit, but no Roche being taken here. Kaipi now wondering, can we go for this bottom tower? They do have a position where they could push. Creeps are really far away though.
It's going to be hard. Like, Wrath of Nature's coming off cooldown. DK is actually at a point now where his D push is quite good.
Yeah.
Because you got 3 points, almost 4 points up in Breeze Fire.
Sure. But there's one big thing about to happen just about now, and that is the Tinker has almost 2,000 gold stacked up. So Travos is gonna come in, and the global presence is gonna start from Bone 7, see what he can do with it.
Well, luckily they get something else to help counter that. AKA Cinderin now has the Tome, which means level 6.
He has the tome.
Yep.
He's done his reading.
Read a book.
Read a book. That's what I like to do as a mid player. I just buy a tome and put it on my support and go educate yourself. Get your levels.
Okay, for that, as a mid player, I wish to just sit in mid lane, not take any farm, and just read a book.
Exactly. Destroying
pubs one by one. Mass TP's coming to the top lane. They already know they got bottom. And Era, like, are they gonna force this?
If they're gonna fight it, they probably need Void, I think.
They drum charge away.
Yeah. Void's staying bottom though. Looking for a pick, maybe?
Or Prophet. Kaizu. He walks straight past Bamboo because they got no reveal. So I don't know what they really are looking to achieve.
I mean,
like, he's got the dust, but you'd have to go for a blind dust to find Bamboo.
There's webs all over the place, so your risk of failure is so high.
Is he? Oh, I thought it was more spiders. I actually thought it was more spiders.
Yeah, he has the mech as well, so he's pretty safe.
And Baby she doesn't have a single point up in bite.
Yeah, this early, you don't really want to. More points in web just makes it easier to play elusive Dola.
The dust hit Bamboo.
Oh, he needs to run.
He's making his way up to the hillside.
He's just counting. Oh, very nice. He's so hard to catch here, and that's the entire team wasting time. This is... I can't really put in words how bad that was for Diggity. Just all that time invested trying to chase, and they get nothing out of it.
I just can't believe we're watching the team, which was completely undefeated in this group stage so far, against a team who's been struggling very hard in the group stage.
Yeah. It looks like a completely different team. Diggity right now are not very composed. They're just...
They find... Well, do they? bo2, because Bambo, like
Tinker
bo2
combo.
can go onto any spiders or anything. It's just too easy. Yamsaw's dropping so low. Sing Sing, a double chrono. Cinder and Era caught out. Going for the
Doctor.
death ward, but Gus already been used. You can't cancel that one, so two of them will drop. And this will be the tier 2 tower go down in mid as well.
Yeah, just beautiful. Beautiful execution by Kaipi there. Nice Chronosphere. Witch Doctor, of course, always been a good hero with Void. And yeah, that's just the tower going down. And some kills as well. Bottom lane, we see Kezu trying to find farm in the enemy jungle. Going for the Orchid build. Very good against the non-BKB Faceless Void. Wonder if he's gonna go into Manta style with this. Yeah, he is building towards the Yasha. He has it actually. So once he gets that Orchid, I mean, the Void might even have his Manta already. It's gonna be a sad timing for him.
It will be. No Diggity need a way to get back into this game.
Oh, Furion TPing for a bo2, but there's also a Sing Sing. He's probably fine.
Sing doesn't have chrono.
Yeah.
Without that, he won't really want to fight.
Yeah.
My God, Bambo is like such a nuisance.
He really is. And he's just taking up a lot of space where the enemy need to farm. I mean, Diggity, they could farm these Ancients with a Drow Aura. They definitely could, but it's just getting hard here. And, okay, dropping down a ward and a sentry. Trying to control this bottom lane.
They need to see where the Broodmother is at all times. Prophet, okay, he's actually going to TP down the bot. But they don't have the full vision. The Dust's going to go on the Broodmother. He can't get the Sprout off. They'll get a little bit of extra vision.
Face boots as well. This Brood is not that easy to catch.
Syndrome's
might
gonna
swap.
Yeah, there it is. Swap him back. Get the stun off. The Dust has worn off, but Bambo will still die. And man, again, they needed this. Like, that's going to help the Armlet arrive for the Dragon Knight, and they instantly want to go for Roshan.
Yeah, they need to get something out of this. The little time that the Broodmother's dead, they need to start getting an advantage. Because right now, this game is not looking too great for them.
They don't have the damage equipped for though. And these spiders are still sitting inside the pit.
Yeah, Spiders just keeping track of it. And the traveling. Oh!
Oh,
Be careful. Yeah, that would have been really bad for him. Because the Observer Ward.
Oh, he's going in
Oh,
again.
he's going for it though.
Yeah, he's going in. The Elves might see him. Master Machines on the back lines. And then you got the rest of Kaipi coming in through the front. Sing Sing. He's got Chrono available. Leaps himself forward. He just want to get a solo pick up over on Kaizu. Well, right now, bo2 is still on the run. Does he actually survive? No, he doesn't.
So close to
Kaizu
blink.
TP'd up and away from Sing Sing.
Yep. That was, you know, an aggressive play, and they didn't think they had a ward there, but they did. Not the place to TP in. And pretty costly death there on the Tinker as well. Gonna stop their advantage a little bit, and
The No Diggity didn't take Roshan. They didn't finish the job they started.
they didn't. And when everyone is live on Kaipi, they could even throw a question mark to this. They're already going in, just having a look. He wants to D-ward. Oh no, he gets bashed up. Is it gonna be owned by Roshan?
Oh no!
Oh,
Where was Roshan?
yeah.
Where's the fists, boys?
4 hits by Roche, but no bash.
Tinker's going to BT himself forward. What's stolen? So it's Wave of Terror stolen by Komomi. 3 levels of it.
Arcane Rune on Rubik as well. Oh, that was
This
lovely
actually makes it
stuff.
so easy for them to like finish up Roshan.
It does. It
Right.
helps a bit.
Now, you've already got the spiders there, but you give the negative armor against Roshan. Yeah, there she blows. Wait, it
Next
stacks.
one.
It actually stacks. Wait, hang on.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No.
I was looking at Bambo and I just saw him go from -1 to 5, and I'm just like, oh, that's Roshan. I was like, yeah.
That's fair.
I tripped a little.
It's fine. So, Agent's going over the Vey. Very, very happy Void here.
This game is just... it's 5k net worth in favor of Kaipi at the moment. The experience is a lot closer.
It feels like it could be more though. Like they're controlling the game a lot, and Diggity are kind of just playing by their rules. Especially, I mean, we do see that a lot when Broodmother gets picked, but Diggity struggling this much just feels out of character. And they're drawing on the map, but that's not where everyone is though. Come with me, sneaking around.
I'm wondering how long it's going to remain in this position, because at this point, like Kaipi, they've got great split push, but taking high ground, they're pretty pathetic at.
Yeah.
And that's where No Diggity, like, they've got a lot of deep push up their sleeves. Potentially they could get one big fight and then just push hard if they got enough still alive.
Yeah. Well, I think they just want to farm up, right? They want to get some some extra items on this Void before he starts pushing high ground or anything like that. They can definitely threaten tier 2 towers with the Brood Row.
From bottom lane, there's the Wave of Terror over on 2. That's the one that was stolen by Come With Me. And there goes Nature's Prophet. We swap back Cinder, and actually, I don't know what he was hoping with that. Like, I have an ability to be off cooldown once I respawn, but 2 quick picks.
Yeah, 2 quick picks and a tower and no trade. That's what I'm seeing.
Addy stole Nature's Call.
Yeah.
You know how I was saying, like, oh, you know, they're pushed up high ground. It's really pathetic. You actually got a nice army now, which is there with Come With Me, and they could try and force the issue right now.
Spiders and trees unite. Rubik is doing it.
The last game was a 19-minute and 30-second GG call, the first loss of No Diggity. And it's up to a level 1 Midnight Pulse to slow this push, but with Bone7's March to the Machine, No Diggity can't walk into this.
One more summon from the trees here as well. This is a big army now.
Yeah.
Where's the defense?
Yeah, there is none. Like, the counter push is good, but it's not really online yet. They're not really ready for an army of like that size. Hero's Breathe Fire will help.
Yeah.
But you just lost your tier 3 tower 18.5 minutes in.
Yeah, that's a massive take. I mean, the tier 3 towers are so important as well now that they give the armor. Because if they ever want to push high ground on bottom lane now, it's much easier. And they're not even backing out.
No,
they've
got Aegis and Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably still believe you can take out the rank. So Tinker ran out of mana, TP's into the catapult, and now Chrono, Sing Sing, he's holding on to it.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually taking the melee racks, even though the range rack's probably going to be the easier target early on.
I would prefer to see him go for range racks, but they're kind of doing that at the same time with their catapults, smacking away at it.
Are they almost trying to force a reaction?
Well, they are going to get the metal racks in.
From behind. Yaps off, find the opening.
No,
the Observer
Syndra,
Ward's down.
not like this.
The smoke is going to break. He gets his own Observer Ward down, however, so at least No Diggity can get some vision of what's going on. But now Rubik, okay, he's stealing more things. He stole Swap.
Okay.
So they got more escape mechanisms. Sing Sing still refuses to use this Chronosphere as he time lapses off the damage. They will take the racks. The only thing that was lost was Syndra.
Under protection of the Tinker as well. This rack is just going down. There's no contesting.
Wow.
Diggity just kind of falling flat here.
A team with Prophet, DK, Enigma, Dro Ranger. You just lost to racks yourself at 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're shoving them back in their base, and I don't know if they're gonna have an easy time leaving their base after this. Because Tinker controlling so much of the map, and he's going for that Bloodstone.
I just can't believe that we're in this situation. Like, in game 1, No Diggity get Drone. Then they try it themselves, and then things just
Kaipi are like, no. Not like that.
You remember how when you had those games and it seems like I don't know really what to do now, so their draft looks unbeatable, and they copy the exact draft.
Yeah.
And then fail with it.
Exactly.
That's not what this is, but it's just that whole, well, we got this really good idea, like we're going to have really good damage and push, but the synergy just doesn't seem to be happening. The Brood by the pickup has thrown them off.
I think Brood is a great hero against Diggity for one big reason. You know why?
Why?
They love playing supports that are not good against Brood. Vengeful. She doesn't do much. Bane, it can't play against Brood. These two heroes, and they pick supports early very often. So I think that's a good abuse pick against Diggity. Because sure, you have some cores that can deal with it. I mean, Dragon Knight was a good reactive pick, and he's definitely going to do pretty fine clearing the spiders, and laning phase is fine, I guess. But you need good supports to deal with the Brood. There's no doubt about that. Heroes that are not bad against it.
Yep.
And top, Kezu trying to get some tower here. He will get the tier 1 tower down for his team.
Take the small victories. Aegis the Immortal's going to time out, so Kaipi maybe not feeling as confident. But you got a Manta as well as Vanguard over on the Faceless Void.
He's so tanky now.
And we have to keep
Oh,
in mind. Whoa!
Oh!
Swap! Come on, me saves his core and Sing Sing. No, it's done! He'll still get the Chrono over on 2. Qualifier as well. Cinder called out with that one. Actually isolating Era because the Chrono was right on the edge of Yapsor. Black Hole cancelled by the Orchid of Bamboo. They've lost 2. They're gonna lose 3 underneath that tier 3.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is brutal.
That is a 3 for nothing team fight. And they don't have any signs of life here. Diggity, I mean, they could maybe buy back to DK to hold this. They can't lose one more set of racks. They need to fight under this tower, but they're just dead.
You can say goodbye to that tier 3.
Yeah.
You don't have anything.
This is looking a lot like Kaipi is about to take a 2-0 against the undefeated
There
Diggity.
it is. They call it. GG. We don't even have 40 minutes worth of game time
In a
coming out of
series.
this series. It's what a performance by KP, and their fate now is in the hands of Empire and Power Rangers.
It truly is. That makes that series so much more interesting as well.
Empire took game number 1 in that series, so if Power Rangers hit back and actually go one over Empire in this, it forces a 3-way tie because of these results. You will still have no Diggity